Hi, my beautiful soul fam. Welcome to this episode where we will be discussing deep empaths and HSPs, highly sensitive people. If you haven't done so already, please hit the like and subscribe button to support this channel. I truly appreciate you from the very bottom of my heart. I wanted to put this video together as a highly sensitive person myself. And if you're tuning into this video, you're probably wondering, what is it like to navigate through this world as a highly sensitive person or as a deep empath? Have you ever been told in your childhood that you were too sensitive? Your sensitivity is not a weakness. Your sensitivity is a strength. But that doesn't mean that you are here to fix or save anyone. People are experiencing their own stuff, their own journey, experiencing life for a reason. You don't want to enter karmic cycles that are not yours. That person is going through something for a very specific reason, to experience the lessons on their own. As a highly sensitive person or deep empath, the tendency is to want to change and help that person and change their scenarios, and that comes from a very good place. But it also comes from a place of saviorism. Saviors will always attract victims unless the savior breaks the savior victim perpetrator triangle. And I was in that triangle myself. For many, many years, I would have dear friends of mine who were struggling with different challenges in their life. And of course, I would intervene and try to help and fix their situations, thinking that it was coming from good intentions. When in actuality, it would drain my energy and deplete me quite significantly. Did they ask for my help? No. And that's really important to note as well. You cannot help someone if they have not given you the authorization or consent to. Because people are going through something for a reason. You don't want to enter karmic cycles that are not yours. It is not your responsibility to fix someone. And as a highly sensitive person myself, even from my early days of childhood, excuse me, I would find myself absorbing the pain of others, the pain of animals, the pain of people that I didn't even know. I would be in a public place and suddenly feel so dense and so heavy because my aura was absorbing a lot of energy around me that wasn't even my own. As a response to that, I would stay at home, or I would choose very carefully of where to expose myself to. I stopped using alcohol. I stopped drinking alcohol because I realized that alcohol makes your aura completely disappear. And for highly sensitive people and for deep empaths, this is really not good for ourselves, because then we end up absorbing everything else around us. And if you are unsure if you are a highly sensitive person or an HSP, I have a very simple test that you can do on yourselves. It's going to require you grabbing your favorite crystal. I have an amethyst here. And what you're going to do is, it really helps if you film yourself as well in this process, by the way. You're going to take your crystal, you're going to point your crystal to your third eye, which is going to be just above your brows. And if your eyes go into REM, as you close your eyes, you'll know that you are an HSP, deep empath. A lot of times, deep trauma from early childhood days is what forms a deep empath or HSP. Or it could even be from trauma from different lifetimes, past lives, if you will. What's interesting in navigating the world as an HSP is that although your sensitivity is a strength and much needed in this world, it's much, much needed and valued and appreciated, it's also very important to uphold and create boundaries around your energy. To create boundaries, it's important to note that boundaries are created and upheld from a place of self-love, not from a place of being triggered or angered. So when you're setting these boundaries with other people, and a boundary sounds like this: if you do this, then I will this. And I'll give you an example of one instance where I have friends who are romantically involved, and they would always get into these really intense fights with one another, verbally insulting each other in front of other people, other close friends. I would experience a sadness, a heaviness, whenever I would be exposed to my friends who would fight in front of us. And I realized that I was getting re-traumatized from being in a space where two people are raising their voices at each other. One day, when I was feeling calm and settled, I wrote to my friend and said, I love you, but if you and him fight in front of me, I will leave. And that was it. Ever since then, those boundaries have been respected because those boundaries had to come from me. You can't expect people to be mind readers, or you can't expect people to be as emotionally sensitive as you are. So it's up to you to create these environmental boundaries for yourself, and it is up to you to uphold those boundaries to protect your energy. And being highly sensitive comes with the understanding of listening to your intuition, listening to your gut. Whenever your gut tells you that something is doubtful, or you're not sure about an energy, or a person, place, or thing, or situation, when you are unsure, it means that that energy is not good. It's the same with people. There are those moments where you're about to work with someone and suddenly something tells you that you're unsure about this. It's not good. Trust your intuition. The more that we trust our intuition, the more powerful it grows. The gut is your second brain. The gut is there to be your guardian angel. Honor what it tells you. Listen to what it tells you. Because the more we follow and listen to our intuition, the more that we get to live the life that we've wanted to live. And the moments where I didn't listen to my intuition were the moments where I learned the lesson to value my intuition, to value what it had to say, to value the sensations that my body would experience when I was exposed to something that didn't align with my soul. When something feels out of alignment, know that it is okay to walk away. It is totally okay to walk away from people, things, and places that fall out of alignment with where you are and in your growth. There is no such thing as a toxic person. There are wounded people. There are hurt people. There are people who are disconnected from the light. The term toxic to describe a person is rooted in judgment, self-righteousness, and victimhood. We're living in an era where the global consciousness is shifting at an accelerated pace. Some people are trapped in the victimhood paradigm, while others are shifting from victimhood into the seat of the victor consciousness, creator consciousness. Be the person as the HSP to break the cycle. Seek to understand rather than condemn. Choose to be peaceful rather than to be right. And no doubt, there is this superiority that comes with condemnation, of making someone look bad in order for you to look good. But it never feels good to make another person look bad, doesn't it? Sometimes there are situations where people like to argue and debate. Focus on what's on your side of the road. As Baron Katie eloquently describes, there's my business, your business, God's business. God's business pertaining to world events that are happening, the weather, things that are just simply out of our control. The only thing that we can control is how we show up, how we view certain situations, our perspective, and that is game-changing. You can't control anything outside of yourself. What you can control is your perspective. When you experience something that is triggering, something that is throwing your energy off feeling centered, ask yourself, what is this trying to teach me? Ask yourself every day when you're faced with a choice, what would love do? Wait and watch the magic unfold. It's as simple as that. And truly it is. Operating from a space of self-love and living your life as if it is an offering of eternal self-love to the world is truly an act of service. When you feel as if you are drained, depleted, overwhelmed by different energies, know that you can always cleanse your aura. The beautiful thing about jumping into the ocean is that the ocean cleanses your aura. You could also take a salt bath. It does not necessarily have to be with Epsom salt, but you can take a salt bath with regular salt. That is also another powerful way to cleanse your aura from all the energy that you have absorbed that is not yours. That's why we feel so good every time we jump into the ocean. And another way to protect your energy from absorbing other energies around you is to close your aura. And a simple technique of closing your aura is going to require you to take your left palm, squeeze your fingers together so that no light can enter through. And this technique was taught by my teacher, Cecile. So you place your left hand over your right breast. You take your right hand, you cup your right hand, squeezing the fingers in towards each other. You place the base of your palm at the line of your eyebrows, and you drop your fingers so that the middle finger touches your hairline. You will close your eyes and place the tip of your tongue at the roof of your mouth behind your teeth. You hold this and breathe through it for a minute. You will feel as if you were coming back into your body. Another helpful way to navigate the world as an HSP is to ground. It's to walk barefoot on the grass. It's to strengthen your connection to the earth, because through grounding, we connect back into our bodies and we come back into that stability. So there you go. I hope that you find these tools helpful as you continue on your onward and upward path of enlightenment and of self-growth. And as you transform, you will naturally notice that the things, people, places that are no longer in alignment with you will fall away, simply to create space for new people, new places, new things, people who are growing and transforming with you to enter your life. Enjoy the journey, enjoy every moment of it. Every experience is there to teach you something, and always consciously manifest towards the good for you. The inner work that we do on ourselves becomes the greatest gift to everyone else around us. And as you shift, you start to shift everyone around you. Your breakthroughs are the whole world's breakthroughs. It is all retrocausal because we are all interconnected in this grand universe. It is a beautiful experience to live your life as an eternal offering of love. Thank you for raising your vibration. You are here for a very specific reason. There are no such thing as accidents. There are only synchronicities. Thank you for becoming more conscious. Please drop a comment below. I would love to hear from you wherever in the world you may be. Thank you for tuning in and listening. I love coming on these talks to connect deeply with each and every single one of you who are watching, and I hope that these transmissions help you wherever you are in your journey. I'm sending you love, sending you peace, sending you bliss.